Doctor, you are both a psychiatrist and a professional police officer. Is that true?
It is true, my lord.
It's true. And when you're examining, we can see there is physical, there is mental, and in the mental examination, what do you do?
My lord, in the mental examination, I assess the behavior and appearance of my patient. I also assess their thought process, their speech content, and their judgment and cognition in general. Judgment and cognition in general.
Okay, doctor. My lord, I pray he's given the medical report. Doctor, I wanted you to read from where you wrote note on part B.
Miss Sarah, I think that we already have it on record. The
That's
note,
right.
you could ask the question so that he doesn't have to read it again.
Doctor, you wrote about the history. You said you also talk about the speech content. And you said in the history he had a history of past mental illness treated between 2016 and 2025 for, if you could help us pronounce that word?
My lord, schizophrenia.
Schizophrenia, associated with both auditory and visual hallucinations. Now, what could you give us the symptoms of that disease?
My lord, the symptoms include delusions, which are beliefs.
Those are the symptoms of schizophrenia?
My lord, the symptoms include delusions, hallucinations, abnormal posturing, incoherent mood, and incoherent affect. Affect means the consistency between what a person reports to feel and the way they present on the outlook, among other symptoms, my lord. I can't exhaust the list.
Thank you. So, doctor,
What they feel and the way
they appear on the outlook.
doctor, you mean like what they feel is different from how they appear? There is a fight?
My lord, yes. A person may report that they are very annoyed or angry, but when they are laughing, my lord.
So, doctor, when he also reported to you about the attempted suicide in 2023,
It's correct, my lord.
as a professional police officer and a psychiatrist, didn't you find it necessary to refer him to Butabika when you were doing all this?
My lord, that was in the far past, and the current status was he was stable.
If
Let me first record that. What did you say, doctor?
That was his history in the past. At that time, when I examined him, he didn't have those symptoms.
this medical form, does it allow you to ever refer somebody for further investigations, medical investigations?
My lord, the form does not state that I should refer.
Then also you said the findings above, that is as per 7th April 2026.
Yes, my lord.
Suggest a
the
mental, yes?
Sorry, the findings from the note, my lord.
Yes. Suggest a mental condition with psychotic episodes. What are psychotic episodes?
My lord, psychotic episodes refer to periods when a person breaks down mentally with symptoms that show that this person is not in touch with reality.
So they sometimes appear, but sometimes they don't. It just comes and goes, comes and goes.
My lord, yes.
That's all, my lord.
Any re-exam, Mr. Mwaganya?
My lord, I have some few questions.
Okay, I want to advise that we avoid all of us coming to cross-examine one witness. If you have questions, you can always give them to the person who is cross-examining. But for this one, I will allow you, but going forward, let's ensure that one person can cross-examine. But please go ahead and cross-examine the doctor.
Doctor, we are looking at the conduct of mental patients. Will I be right to say somebody with a mental challenge is able to do certain things for his life?
My lord, counsel can come clear on the question.
Will I be right to say that somebody with a mental challenge can do certain things for his life?
My lord, I believe counsel wants to ask to be, can a person be functional at some time?
Yes.
Yes, my lord, yes.
Okay. That person can also sometimes be able to drive if he has a car with knowledge of driving.
My lord, yes.
can also be right to say that sometimes you can enter into agreements like land transactions or renting agreements.
My lord, in between the episodes, the person is functional.
Okay, doctor. I'll also be right that your examination is as of 7th April 2026.
My lord, my mental assessment is as of 7th of April 2026.
My lord, I'm through.
Thank you. Mr. Mwaganya, any re-examination? Doctor, thank you so much for coming, and you can step down, please.
Agamba mupoliisi ate musawo wa bwongo nti akebera bwongo bw'abantu ate bw'aba akebera alaba ku neeyisa y'omuntu n'endabika nti n'alaba ebirowoozo bye engeri gy'alowoozaamu n'engeri gy'ayogeramu n'engeri gy'ayesayirawo n'agamba nti ono yali yafunako obulwadde bw'omutwe era ne babujanjaba wakati wa 2016 ne 2025. Agamba nti obulwadde bwe yali alina bulimu okubeera ng'omuntu asobola kulaba ebintu oba kubiwulira oluusi nga n'enyimirira eba si ya bulijjo nga oluusi ne byawulira si byo abantu aba bulijjo balaba ng'akola. Ayinza okuba nga alina obusungu naye nga gw'omulaba ng'aseka. Nti 2023 yagezaako kwetta oba okwejja mu bulamu n'abamubuuza lwaki tebamusindika mu ddwaliro ly'abalina obulwadde bw'emitwe ebutabika. N'agamba nti ebyo byaliwo edda nti ate ekiseera kye yamukebereramu yali talina kiraga nti omutwe gwe gwali guzeemu okufuna obuzibu era nti bw'abanga obulwadde bukendeddemu asobola obulwadde buno buba bujja nga bwe bugenda nti ate bwe buba nga bugenze nti oluusi omuntu asobola kwekolera ebintu ng'omuntu ate omuntu oyo aba asobola nakuvuga bw'aba amanyi okuvuga motoka nti aba asobola kukola endagaano oba kukola okukaanya n'abantu abalala. Ate n'agamba nti yamukeberanga 7 Ogwokuna 2026.
Thank you. Mr. Mwaganya, this is PW12.
Yes, my lord.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon.